right. Good afternoon, Paradise City Comic-Con. Oh, yeah. I like that. Are you guys having fun today? Fantastic. Who's here for all 3 days? Ah, you go. So thanks for coming out to this panel. As you know, this is the Overwatch voice actor Q&A. Who's excited about that? How many of you here are huge game addicts for Overwatch? Raise your hand. Last night, I'm not going to lie, I got back to the room about 3 o'clock. I was going to go to bed because I got to get up early. I looked over at my PS4 and I was like, I can do about 2 more games. I can do 2 games before I go to bed. So, yeah, I'm going to try to keep myself pumped up and have a monster because, as well, I am addicted as well. So we are all one. But enough about me. I'm going to bring the people who you want to hear talk up to the stage. You guys ready? All right, I want you guys to keep that energy up because these are some pretty cool cats up here. So first and foremost, one of my actual mains, I'm going to bring her up to the stage. She is Lucie Pohl. Hi. Thank you. Choose whichever seat you want.
Great.
And next, another support character that I actually kind of fell in love with. I'm going to go ahead and bring him up. Feodor Chin is who is Zenyatta!
Whoa, look at that.
And last but not least, someone I wish I was a lot better at, but I am terrible, so I just play him in scrimmage. So, welcome to the stage, the one, the only, Matthew Mercer, who's McCree! Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you for having
me here.
Are you guys having a lot of fun so far? Hopefully?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you guys get to play at all in Miami when you're here? Or is it just literally you come in for the con, work, leave, go? Is your mic on?
It's not
Let me
working.
play around.
Oh,
Someone
no.
get Matt Mercer
Hold on.
a
Let
mic,
me get the mic.
please.
Check.
There we go.
Ah,
Yeah! There we go. So you guys get to play it all, or is it one of those literally you come in, work, do the con, and fly right back out to work?
Theo went crazy last night.
I
Want to hear about this?
did.
Yeah.
Tell us how crazy you were.
Well, actually, I went with the VIP party. I think some of you might have been there.
Yeah.
It was nice hanging with you guys, and went back to the upstairs and got myself a little room service, and it was
there you go.
kind of splurged a bit,
Damn.
That's play.
Yeah, a little-
That's play.
How do you do it?
How do you look so fresh?
It's
tranquility.
I'm a robot, so I'm actually a robot, but
Okay, now we're done picking on Theo.
Although I did miss doing some karaoke with you guys last night. That was sad.
Oh, yeah.
I think I just missed you.
Oh, yeah, we did not do karaoke.
Lucie does a great David Hasselhoff, actually.
It's true. I've been looking for freedom. I've been looking so long. You're welcome.
There you go. There you go.
Awesome.
He's huge in Germany, if you didn't know that. It's,
Like 7 feet tall.
yeah.
Really big.
Enormous. Enormous.
All right, guys, this is a Q&A, so if you guys have any questions, line up behind this microphone. Come on up. If not, I'm just going to kind of take over and just have personal conversations with him. So come on up.
Don't be shy.
And get your questions answered.
Gonna lower this a bit. So I already see that Theo is a Shock fan, which I'm very happy about. But Lucie and Matt, do you guys have a team on the league that you're rooting for?
I mean, purely from a color scheme standpoint,
Not Florida Mayhem?
That's important. That's important.
which was my first drive. You can't beat the black and gold of the Korean team. I mean, like
I agree.
that's kind of the
I
most
agree.
stylish. So I'm kind of leaning that direction at the moment, but we'll see how things transfer forward.
It's always safe.
I agree with that, I'm sorry to say. It's pretty stylish. And Moira, have you seen Moira?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Amazing. And like their Moira, black, gold, amazing.
Well, orange is my favorite color anyway, and but I am from San Francisco originally, so I gotta support my hometown. So shock the world.
There you go.
Guys.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
If Overwatch were a Saturday morning cartoon instead of a video game, and it just went on the whole merchandise bandwagon, like cereal, toys, bedsheets, that sort of thing, what kind of merchandise would you want to see with your character on it? Or have your character interact like catchphrases or kung fu action or that sort of thing. Yeah?
Zenyatta brand tennis balls.
I mean, I feel like there's a whole line of belt buckles waiting to work out in his favor. Or at the very least, a whole line of lifeguard gear, apparently, I think would work well for him.
I don't know, like anything healing, like sleeping masks, neck pillows. That's what I would go for. Yeah.
Like Mercy brand first aid kits.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what you do want? I want them to be like a really cheesy, horrible action figure line, like circa 1985.
Yeah,
that had a bunch of giant vehicles that weren't anywhere in the cartoon. And so each character has their own giant vehicle that doesn't work at all with their aesthetic. Have like a giant gun with wheels for McCree. Zenyatta, it's just like a giant glowing orb you put them in and push it along.
Hamster ball.
Mercy's like a big, I don't know,
That also transforms into a
EMT
mecha.
car that pulls up, Be good.
Where it also
Then you
transforms
nerf it.
Where it also transforms
Why are you attacking
You were too good, girl. You were too good.
What's your favorite thing about the characters you voice act? Plus, can I give you guys a hug?
Oh,
Aw. Yes.
If we do it, we have to preface that this does not mean everybody else gets a hug. This is a one-time thing that only the first person that does it manages to win this. So, sure, you get a hug.
Come get a hug.
Come on real fast. Why not? But to answer a question, what's your favorite thing about your character?
My favorite thing about my character is that she's a badass, yet she's a vulnerable woman. So she's three-dimensional, and she's a little bit of what I would like to be. Yeah, I think that she's so aspirational for me and for other women. That's my favorite thing about her. And giving hugs to fans, that's my favorite. Thank you.
You're welcome. To our one and only winner of Stage Hugs. Congratulations. Initiative worked in your favor.
What I like about Zenyatta is it's a little selfish, but most of the times in video games you're just screaming your head off, and it's very kind of taxing work. But when I go in for a session for Zenyatta, it's very relaxing and very zen, and I enjoy that. I could use more of that in my life. So I like that about him. He's very zen and peaceful.
I think for me, I like that in a game that very much is developed to have the good guys and the bad guys. The very kind of black and white contrast. McCree sits in that kind of gray area. He has like some darkness in his past. He's not quite sure he's ready to take on the full banner of heroism. So he kind of fits in that morally gray area where you're not sure where he's going to go. And to me, that's fun. It kind of builds tension and intrigue in his narrative. So I like that.
There have been some pretty great skins for each of your characters over the course of the game, like Winged Goddess or Cultist, especially recently.
Yeah.
Cultist is my favorite skin in the game.
And,
Yeah, it's
and
pretty
whatever
sick.
McCree has, because honestly, I don't really know that much about his character.
It's all right. I know the high skill levels are a little intimidating.
Yeah. That's why I play Junkrat.
It's all good.
So what sort of other themes would you like to see for skins for each of your characters?
I'd like a steampunk Mercy.
I've said this a few times, and I'm just going to keep saying it till it happens, but I would love to see Major League Zenyatta, you know, just like baseball Zenyatta. Like, that'd be awesome.
Wow.
You know, it's just, yeah, right? That'd be pretty cool.
The one I wanted, they did for Halloween, the Van Helsing one. So I've never seen that in the comic the year before, and I was like, is that going to happen? No, okay. And then it did, and I was like, yeah, oh my gold. I think, I don't know, I tend to enjoy a lot of the cheesier, like playful ones. That's why the lifeguard to me was so hilarious. I'd almost want to see him go full, I don't know, kind of Axl Rose, like late 80s metal,
yes.
like jeans, bandana, you know, tear off vest.
That would be awesome.
You know, go with the cheesy America theme even further.
November Rain.
Slash hat would be great.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, when you guys were working on Overwatch, doing the voices and stuff, did you foresee the kind of outreach this game would have?
Lucy
I
knew.
didn't.
Yeah. She knew from the beginning.
No, I did not at all. I didn't. I remember my first session, and Andrea, who's the main director on the game, was like, do you realize how big this is going to be? And as an actor, you hear that a lot when you do stuff, and you kind of learn to go, yeah, whatever. And so that's what I went, oh, really? But in my head, I was like, yeah, whatever. But I was wrong, I guess, right? I think.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, Blizzard doesn't do anything small. And I was fortunate enough to get to work on World of Warcraft, Mists of Pandaria. And yeah, I just, but I don't think, you know, even knowing that, I don't think any of us had any idea that it would turn into this phenomenon. But it's fantastic.
You guys got in right before they had revealed like the game. You were there back when it was still kind of Black Ops behind the scenes a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It's like me,
Yeah.
McCree didn't come in until they had already announced it at BlizzCon. So I remember being at BlizzCon watching the trailer when they first revealed it going, oh, I want to be in this. Oh man, and I went over to the art area and I saw like the lineup and they had McCree in the lineup and I was going through like, who could I play? None of these people. I could do that guy. And then just quietly waited to see if the audition came in and then it did and I was like, I know what this is!
Wow.
And so even then, like I had a feeling it was gonna be big, but nowhere near on the scale that it is.
You quietly waited? That's amazing.
I was hoping it would come through.
I've been like, I want to get him. Hello, please, baby.
Quietly waited for me is, well, I'm being facetious.
You see, dreams do come true. That's the lesson of that story there.
Can I just ask one quick question? Just one more?
Really quick.
Okay. It's just from Matt. Did you use any Clint Eastwood movies as references when you were doing McCree?
I mean, a lifetime of enjoying them, yeah. I mean, how could you not? With that, they're great films. Like, I love the spaghetti western, the really good ones. And yeah, I mean, yeah. To answer your question quickly, yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Hi guys. Before I start, like it's just I'm amazed to see you guys. I love you guys. My friends love you guys, and I just feel really honored to see you guys. But
We love you too.
anyways, my question. All right. So there's been a lot of like changes and stuff with like the meta. What do you think about like the current health of the game and where your characters fit in with that?
Maybe Matt would be best
Maybe
qualified
Matt
to answer
wants
that.
to,
Well, current characters at the table. Zenyatta's been a slow burn for a long time since the game's launch. And recently watching people really destroy me repeatedly with him, I think he's fine. Mercy, I was a Mercy main as far as support for a very long time and still am. On that. And then Mercy's buff a number of months back became just godlike. And so she had to be scaled back a little bit. I think maybe they may have gone a little too hard in some cases. But once again, that's how balances work. It's constantly trying to find the balance. That's part of game design.
You're being a little
She
too
was
loud.
perfect.
You're being a little too loud.
But yeah, McCree I think's fine. It's fine for me.
Woo!
Cool, I agree with that.
That sounds about right. Well, you know, I think if anything, Blizzard is so good at, like, they are listening to you guys, and they're analyzing the gameplay, and they're doing everything possible to make it balanced and make it a fun, new experience every time. So, yeah, I think you're in good hands. I mean, I think everything's going to work out. Might seem a little off sometimes, but yeah, they're going to get there.
I would like to clarify, my statement about Mercy was because I was a Mercy main and was just frustrated at the rollback, like a lot of you. I don't actually have any statement on whether or not it is a negative or positive thing. I just miss being able to fly and insta-res.
I'm sorry.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, Lucy, thank you earlier for the picture thing. Love you for that.
Love you back.
And one of these lovely gentlemen before me took my skin question, but I came prepared.
Me too.
If you could see your hero as in a different class, what would it be?
Damn.
Touche.
3 hours later.
3 hours later.
Physics. How's that for the obtuse answer?
I like it.
I mean, maybe if he just, for McCree, maybe sniper, if he just like put his other arm up and went just, maybe I should aim a little better. Don't have a lot of, can't heal with this gun like Anna. You're just like, I got you. Oh, sorry about that.
Maybe at a
You
different
put
time
the
of day.
gun down.
Yeah, not a good
Figio.
support class, McCree, strange.
I mean, I don't know. I'd say tank.
Yeah!
She has it in her, you know?
Tag
Yeah,
I'm here for
yeah.
that.
Ever trade with Reinhardt's hammer?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. I'm already the real David Hasselhoff fan, so.
Yeah, I guess Zenyatta he's really kind of a sniper, right? He's pretty good with those, so I could see maybe, just a little more precise orb sniping. Is that a thing? Orb sniping? Is that a thing? I don't know.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
All you guys need to make Sniper Zenyatta happen now.
Let's do it.
Show us how it's done.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa. Hi, guys.
Whoa.
Hi.
It's weird to hear myself on the mic. All right. So I have one quick question, and maybe something else. But let's say Overwatch got, whoa, you guys are so huge. You guys got a live action movie. What actors would you want to play your characters?
What? I would want to play my character.
Not you.
I'd have to get a boob job for it. So.
No.
Although Michael
You and me
Chu,
both.
Yeah, Michael Chu says it's all armor, so maybe I could get the part.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Charlize Theron?
Ooh.
Well, I guess we'd have to get doesn't Honda make a robot or something? I guess he'd have to do it.
Not a robot, just get a car.
But no, that's what I like about Zenyatta is if they do a live action, it could be me, 'cause why not? I could fit into, I don't know, a robot outfit, I guess,
Great.
But
really
I guess
good
if they
pitch.
had to get, Clooney, I think, I think his voice is
I
very
can see that.
soothing.
I can see that.
I like the sound of his voice, so yeah.
I would not soil McCree's masculine image with this. But I mean, maybe it's just years of X-Men films, and he's about the right age. But I think Hugh Jackman would be a pretty
Also,
chops, and he's just like
one
hey, be fun.
one quick thing. I know that I'm not allowed to give a hug, but could I perhaps get a handshake? More official and professional.
Oh no, the floodgates have opened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome
All right,
to hell.
guys,
Gotta love
keep
the loophole.
asking for stuff. It's going to take forever. We're not going to get through all the questions. Why don't you go by their tables later? And
For
I'm
now,
sure they'll be able to
places.
give you a handshake there.
The psychic handshake.
What about a high five? Like there you go. But no, seriously, go by their tables later. I'm sure you guys would be willing for handshakes and there.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
All right,
Also, I'm
thanks
a
so
McCree
much.
main. I love
Thank
you.
for understanding.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Sonic.
Hey! So I have a question. So
Hurry
how
up,
do
we
you
gotta
guys?
go fast.
Okay, yeah, I gotta go fast. Gotta go faster. Okay, Okay. My question is, how you guys were able to voice act in Overwatch, and how do you like the Overwatch development team at Blizzard?
They're amazing. Like,
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, that's an easy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy.
They're
Amazing.
the best. Yeah, for sure.
And how were we able to
Voice act.
Voice act.
Like, how you got your voice acting roles?
We all have been actors or voice actors for a while, and then we either auditioned or they knew our work. I don't know. Did you have to audition?
yeah, I had to audition.
Yeah, so we all auditioned for it, and then they listened to all the auditions, and then they pick one person, and we were lucky enough to be that person that they picked. So that's kind of the general breakdown of how that happened, yeah?
I mean, the process of auditioning, especially for an ensemble cast, isn't necessarily a degree of who's best. Sometimes it's who fits within the rest of the tapestry of the cast. You know, if two people are really good as different characters, but their sound is similar, you can't cast them both in the games. It can get confusing. So part of it is, you know, talent and experience, and part of it is sometimes luck that you get the opportunity to sound the best in that fit. So we were all very lucky that we were
Totally.
part of that tapestry that worked well together.
Yeah, you know, actually, and about that, when the breakdowns came out, I actually read for not just Zenyatta, but Hanzo, too. And I remember seeing the artwork and thinking, oh, that guy looks cool. I want to be Hanzo. But I think at the time, there weren't any Japanese. So it turned out fine, because I don't speak Japanese. And Paul does a fantastic job, you know. But I did want to be Hanzo. But I'm very happy as Zenyatta, in case anyone at Blizzard is listening.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did have Lucio audition come through, and I went, nah. I'm not even going to read for this. I'm good.
Oh, let's break it down. How would you have done that?
Let's break it down. A very different vibe. It's more of like the
Smooth out.
like Barry White version.
The ladies' man. I think that's.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Let's break it down.
EDM version?
Let's break it down. I'm gonna get that job now.
Johnny. Sorry, Johnny. Goodbye.
Thank you.
All right, so I have a pretty easy question. Is there any other characters that you like playing besides your own characters in the game?
Yes, as a matter of fact. I like to play Diva and Zenyatta and McCree. Of course, yeah.
I've played the game. One time.
Round of applause, guys.
Thank you.
He's played the game.
I'm a bit of a button masher, so it's not a good game.
It's a Junkrat
for me. I guess. Well,
I say this as a Junkrat player.
But I actually played against Josh Petersdorf, and we played as our respective characters, and that's not a good matchup, all right? And but Josh plays all the time. He's terrific, and he plays as Farah, and I think is she the only one who can fly, or she definitely can fly?
Oh.
Well, I guess now, yeah. So because of that, if I did play, I think I'd play as Farah.
Zenyatta rains from above.
That make you question what he's throwing. I felt like I had to get good with McCree, which, by the way, good outfit. I like it.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty decent with him. He's still my main, but I enjoy Mercy tremendously. Junkrat, if I'm feeling more relaxed, and Farah actually. Farah's pretty good when I'm feeling like getting sniped out of the air repeatedly. Every time. Justice! Thank you.
Hey guys, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you so much for your hard work in voicing these characters. Everybody loves this game here, I'm pretty sure, so just thank you.
Thank you.
And my question is, can you think of a particular salty moment you've had in the game, and if possible, can you voice it in character?
Like a moment that really kind of ticked you off.
pretzel moment?
Salt. There's a lot of salt in the game sometimes, and things are a little salty. Your face goes.
Like a pretzel moment?
Well, I tell you, when I did play it, I was shocked because, Zenyatta floats, which I think is kind of like flying, but I was surprised how slow he is. And I guess I would say, why am I so slow? I can't move fast.
It's your zen.
I guess so. Yeah, it makes sense, but
The first
Kinda
time I played with Charlotte, who voices Diva, and her husband, and I couldn't walk straight. It was very difficult for me, and they just sat there going, walk forward, walk straight, walk. And I had an anxiety attack, so that's the salty moment. The first time I played with Diva.
I've had a lot. I have a particular frustration with Widowmaker because she always knows where I am. I mean, it's part of her ability set, I know, but it's still frustrating. And McCree doesn't take a bullet to the head very well. And for me, it's a lot of build-up. It's a lot of build-up to get that ultimate going, and it's satisfying to just hear it come out. Even for me, I'm not sick of it yet, but inevitably every time, it's high. Which is even more funny since they released the custom game modes, because now there's modes called the highest noon ever, and it's all super low gravity, nothing but McCree's full ultimates, and they're all just jumping in the air going, it's high, it's high, it's high. It's the worst nightmare ever. It's fun, but it's I can't do more than 5 minutes before I have to go meditate for a while. Thank you guys.
I actually have a salty moment. Zenyatta floats, right? How are you caught in Junkrat's trap? I get so mad because I'm like, how am I caught in the trap? I should just float right above it. Right. So there you go. There's my complaint, my formal complaint right there. All right, continue on.
It's not that he's floating, it's butt propulsion. It's a downward force that triggers it. Sure, I don't know.
That's true, actually.
Confirmed.
Hello. For each of your characters, what's your favorite ships for them? Take your time.
I think that shipping is a wonderful part of the fandom.
Yes, nice.
Actually, Neil Gaiman had a great thing he said recently about fandom shipping, and it says it's a chance for the fan to fill in the space between the narrative and make it their own. And no shipping is wrong; it's right for you as the person who is shipping and writing your fan fiction and being involved.
Absolutely.
I think it's a really great way to look at it. It's taking something you love and making a part of it your own. Yeah. And so I think that's really cool. That being said, there's been a lot of ships. Us confirming in any regard, even at a personal preference, is going to cause a war on Tumblr. So we should be careful.
Yeah.
So who wants to answer first?
Zenyatta is all embracing. So, you did really, he's.
Polyamorous Zenyatta confirmed here.
Zenyatta is a slut. Confirmed.
Experience tranquility.
Oh, now we know what that means. It's just a pickup line, isn't it? Yeah, I agree with Matt, and I love all the ships. I support all the ships. I think it's awesome. So yeah.
The pharmacy, right?
I don't. Was? Ich spreche kein Englisch mehr. Ich kann leider nicht verstehen, was du sagst.
I think Mikanzo's adorable. Next question. Thank you, buddy.
Hi. What was your guys' opinion on the entire ult change for Mercy from Resurrection to Valkyrie? Spotlight.
Go ahead.
I think it was a great touch to kind of improve her viability and feeling more involved in the fray. Previously she felt very back row and
like she was hiding a lot.
Yeah. And so it gave her a little more of a heroic stance, or at times she could pop forward and be in it. It kind of may have overreached a little bit, but that's part of the fun of introducing new elements to a game is, you get to work with it and tweak it as you go. I thought it was a great change.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it just made her more active and I guess less annoying to some people. A lot of people I had a lot of fans be like, so annoying, you just come in and then, so I think that's great that Blizzard listens to everybody and kind of tries to balance it out and make characters more active. And then when they see that one character is being picked too often or always being picked, it's great that they kind of, make changes to make sure that everybody gets their fair time in a way, and that no one's too powerful. So I think the changes are great. I think for you guys also, if things wouldn't change, at some point you just get bored of it or you'd get kind of, sick of it. So I think they're keeping you guys on your toes, and I think that's really cool, So the same way that she's changing now, I think there's more changes ahead that, maybe we'll scale it back a little bit. Who knows? But you guys are always great with going with the flow, so I would just say keep doing it. Yeah, embrace the change.
Trust the internet's favorite father, Jim Kaplan. Yeah. He will guide you.
Thank you. Could I ask, so I know that you especially, Matt, play a lot of Overwatch, but for each of you, have you ever had any weird moments, like playing your character, like, whoa, that's me?
Constantly?
I kind of don't, I see her as her. I don't really see it as me. When I hear her, it's like Mercy. She's become her own person to me. So when I hear it, I go, oh, that's Mercy. I don't really feel like, oh, that's me, So I don't really have those moments.
Well, what's nice about, one of the other nice things about Zenyatta is usually when you do video games, you have to do a lot of death screams and stuff. And there isn't really that for Zenyatta, because, I guess, he does die, but, it's, so yeah, that's always the weirdest part when you're in a video game and you hear yourself, and so you don't have that experience with Zenyatta. I appreciate that.
Every time you're like, mortality. That's what I'll sound like when I die.
right. Oh, God.
Or you're like, that's how I did it? Oh. I wish I would have gone, instead of,
You know what's an interesting phenomenon that I've noticed since some of us have begun playing the game on the internet? Are people going into games pretending to be us?
Yes.
That's surreal.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is surreal.
Get tweeted videos from people being like, hey, it was so cool you joined us in the match. I'm like, that wasn't me, but that's a good impression. Whoever that is did a good job. Good on you, buddy.
One last quick question, real quick. Do each of you have a favorite voice line that you've done?
I like, how barbaric.
I dreamt I was a butterfly. It's cool.
Very cool.
I really love that.
Oh, man. I think because it has such a history with Chris Metzen and the character, because it was his D&D paladin used the line back in his old D&D game, and he told me this when we were recording it, but the line, justice ain't gonna dispense itself. That line originated with Chris Metzen's D&D character many, many years ago, and so for me, it felt like a really cool torch carrying for that, so that line means a lot to me.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there. Hello. Hi. So I'm an animation major, and as somebody who's trying to get into the entertainment industry out in California, and specifically animation and video games, is there anything that you can recommend to somebody trying to break into that?
First and foremost, if you have the opportunity, research any animators that work on games that you really admire what they do, and reach out to them for much more specific advice. Even if they can't, guide you in, because they get a lot of answers, they can at least give you an idea of the path that they took or people like them may have taken to get there. Also, cutting your teeth on projects in the interim, even if things don't, similar to the path of acting, you have to kind of get your chops and cut your teeth in projects, find what small independent projects you can work on with like-minded people. There are communities online where you can develop tests and build a good reel for it, especially if you're going to college for it. There's a lot of great opportunities there to get a good reel and get some experience. A lot of colleges might have some placement programs, or at least have fairs so they can introduce you and help submit your work across the country. There is no proper route to there. There's many different ways to get there. And I have a lot of friends who eventually got into that industry, but it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of talent and being prepared when the opportunity arises. So you just want to work hard and be always looking for opportunities, and then when you have the chance, just show what you got. It's the best I can give.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's such great advice, to reach out to people. A lot of the times you'll be intimidated and you'll think, oh, why would they want to talk to me? And you'd be surprised. A lot of the very successful people, have had to start from somewhere themselves, so they have the experience. And I've myself experienced that people are so generous. Actually, the more successful they are, the more generous they will be, helping others and giving advice. And and even if you don't hear anything back, just know that, you're planting little seeds, And so just trust it, keep going. And what Matt said is so great. Just look for opportunities wherever you are, because there is no recipe on how to make it, or just trust it and work hard and have it be about the path and not, this image of what you want to be or what you think you should be. Just take it day by day and enjoy that.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys. So my question is, what is the funniest line that you guys have said amongst yourselves in your voices that you wish were in the game? I know actors, they do this all the time.
Yeah, I couldn't say them here. So.
Ones that you could say, maybe?
Yeah, we have to be careful, because also we don't own these characters, and we have to be respectful to not stomp on Blizzard's proprietary stuff. So
Although I would say Cupcakes Never Die would be a great
that'd be
line.
fun.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I mean, for personal reasons, I'd love to put in the game, how do you want to do this? I would love to have my own personal catchphrase in there, but funny things. They're all the ones that run through my mind. I just can't. I couldn't. I'm sorry. No? Well, all the things that I would have wanted dealt with the cultist skin, and then you put them in the game. So I'm really happy.
That's true.
That.
That was fun to get to do that, because honestly, Zenyatta doesn't get much opportunity to kind of cut loose like that, and that was cutting loose for him, just experience oblivion. And oh no, but yeah, so that was fun.
Awesome. Epic. Thank you guys. Awesome.
Thank
Love
you.
your hat.
Thank you.
Nice hat, definitely.
Hey guys. I have a question that's kind of relating more to your character and how you play them. So, what's your favorite ability that belongs to your character?
It's hard not to love the ultimates, because they're just so huge and powerful, and sometimes it gives you a catchphrase that haunts you to the end of your days. No, I love it. I really love it. But I don't know. I love the McCree stun grenade, because it has, not only is it frustrating when you get stunned, but some of his lines of oh there, just seem super dickish, because they're too relaxed and sit down kind of a feel, and you're like, no, I get So that one I think is just fun for the troll aspect of it.
I think the Orb of Discord, right? Because usually he's a healer, but also he can do some damage. I think that's what makes him kind of cool.
You just want to be a sniper.
I do.
It's always comes back to that.
Murderous Zenyatta.
I don't know. I have to say the ult. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's a little boring, but that's my favorite.
With the new Mercy changes, I can understand.
Thanks.
We'll say, There are a few things as frustrating than dying and then in the kill cam seeing Zenyatta like fully charging and then just releasing a torrent and you happen to be there. You're like, oh, Zenyatta, really? You got me? All right.
That's a good one to put in the game. McCree. Zenyatta, really?
Really? Dang it.
Really?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I had 3 questions I was gonna ask, and 2 of them are already taken, so I'm going
Well,
with the third.
actually, we are running really low on time, so we're going to only have time for really one question. I'm really, really
Yeah,
sorry,
I said
but
2 of them are already taken, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my last one anyway.
She got one.
okay.
Okay, so I wanted you all to say in your characters' voices one voice line that's not your characters and none of anyone with you's characters. Like not Zenyatta, McCree, or Mercy.
Oh, but
in
another
your
character in
character's
the
voice,
game.
yes.
So impressed. Caroline.
Hack the planet.
I think this is right. You can tell me if it's not. Everything's coming up explodey. I just want to kill things. I think that's
Give it a 10.
Hello, love. The cavalry's here.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my turn.
Hi.
Hi.
I have to stand on my toes for this. So somebody took my question earlier about playing the game and hearing yourself. So, yeah. So I have a follow-up question. It's about like being satisfied with your work after you're done with it. Like, how are you able to separate yourself from that instead of like trying to think constantly about how you're like could improve yourself or something like that?
For me, it's very hard not to constantly think about how I could improve myself, but meeting all of you guys and hearing that you guys are satisfied and love the work really helps quiet down those voices. But I think, I don't know, I can only speak for myself. I think that, it's healthy to not sit back and go, oh yeah, I'm really, really good. You know, to be like, I can be better, I could do that better, I want to try something else next time, you know, push yourself. I think that's important.
As an actor, as an artist, or really as a person, it doesn't hurt to always be wanting to improve yourself. Always be open to criticism if it's done respectfully. And, you know, see what you can do to just make a better artist, a better person, and whatever comes to you naturally. But there's always going to be that voice of insecurity. So it's just learning how to separate that from the idea of wanting to get better. You know, it's supposed to be hard on you for not being where you want to be. Just consider the ways that you can be closer to what you want to be.
And specifically, I think when it comes to Overwatch, it's trusting the people you work with. And at Blizzard, you know, they're dynamite. And Andrea, who does most of the voice directing, you just know, like, even if she, you know, gets what she wants, and you think, okay, then that's good. You know, even though you might think, oh, I want to try it some other way or something. You know, you just have to trust that they're, you know, looking out for you and looking out for what's best for the game. And then you can just, you know, relax and just do your job.
All right, great, thank you. That
Thank
really
you, great
answers-
question.
All right. Hi.
Hello.
Well,
Hey.
I'm sorry. Okay. I have a question concerning all of your characters, or if you can pick one character, would you consider putting them in a campaign of D&D?
Sorry, guys. I think I'm dragging you into my world now.
Go ahead, Matt.
If you could play a game of D&D, which of the characters of Overwatch would you want to play in that game, I guess, is what you're asking.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game where you use your
I was gonna say,
imagination.
I
to play
discovered
your
yesterday.
Bye.
No, I discovered yesterday that Lucy. When did you find out that she didn't know?
Don't tell them that.
She didn't know
Okay,
that.
if you're gonna tell, I'm gonna tell them.
All right, there you go.
Theo is outing me. I only found out about 5 years ago that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's dad.
Oh, spoiler!
Yeah. Sorry, in case has anyone you know. But
Spoiler, guys.
it wasn't big in Germany, I guess. That's not.
I grew up in New York.
Wasn't big in New York. It didn't reach New York.
Roadhog. And the Barbarian.
Roadhog is a barbarian. It's a good choice.
Thanks, Matt. So into it.
Reinhardt would probably. He seems like he would be, capable and against dragons and stuff. So yeah, Reinhardt.
Oh, man. It's like the pressure's on for this one. Lucio is a bard. Yeah, man.
That's what I was going to say. Thanks a lot, Matt.
Drop those inspiring beats in the middle of a high fantasy world.
Thank you.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm sorry because I'm really nervous right now.
Where's
but
the chocolate?
do I need to leave again? Just one quick question. This is gonna be annoying. I'm sorry, but on behalf of all the Genji mains, how do you guys feel whenever you hear someone say, "I need healing"? just out of curiosity.
I feel great. Especially when they come with chocolate.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. Not really.
There's always a soft spot in my robot heart for my protege. So yes, I love it.
Aww.
When I'm playing Mercy, it's frustrating. When I'm not playing support, I laugh. That's too bad, buddy.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I have a question, but I brought healing for everyone.
Aw, thank you. Oh, Band-Aids, great.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I already gave that Genji healing.
I feel like I
actually.
need to go hurt myself now.
Yeah, exactly. No, just save it for later in case
okay.
you get hurt later. So my question is, if you guys could pick one other character to play, so instead of you being McCree, you could pick anyone else to voice and be, who would you be? I know you kind of already answered this. You said Hanzo earlier, but.
Right.
Yeah, Reinhardt.
Reinhardt!
I was born to be Reinhardt.
Well, I guess other than Hanzo, I been spending some time with Josh, and he seems like to have a lot of fun. I think I'd do a decent Roadhog. Yeah. Ready to go whole hog! Yeah, come on.
I mean, just because I love that energy, if I could refine my Australian accent to be better, I'd love to be freaking Junkrat. Would be amazing. It's like, explosions! It'd be great to do that. But if not, Reaper, just because Grimdark, Lord Edgeboy is so much fun. Die. Be fun.
Hey, thank you. Also, I love Critical Role. So keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you. Good choice of companion.
Hi. I'm a Junkrat Zenyatta main.
Ooh.
Thank you.
My question is like, you know how all the characters have their themes, like Cowboy, McCree, Monk, Zenyatta, Trashman, Junkrat. What would you say if you could swap your character's theme? What would you swap it to?
Oh, choices.
Cowgirl Mercy wouldn't be too bad, would it?
I'd probably go with Samurai McCree.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the spaghetti western and the classic, samurai films, like the Mifune films, are very, very similar in their structure, style, and tension building. So I think that'd be an easy transition.
Really good.
I think, Zenyatta would be a pretty good DJ. So like, like Lucie, but like he kind of looks like Daft Punk already anyway. And some rollerblades would be awesome. Yeah.
That's so great.
Thank you.
Hi. So, after getting to know the characters and learning more about their role, what is the one line that you wish they could say that you would even go to Blizzard and beg them to let you say it?
Cupcakes never die?
Well, for the Nutcracker skin, I think experience festivity. That's it. It just makes sense. Like why wouldn't he say that?
Mic drop.
Yeah. For the McCree lifeguard skin, it's high tide. Fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, guy.
Hello. Again.
Well, I'm gonna ask the same thing again. Would you like to say hi to Thai people, Thai community that play Overwatch?
Sure. Yeah.
How do you say hi in Thai?
For the girl, it's sawadika.
Cool. Good to know.
Good to know.
You good?
You good? You good?
Hello, everyone in
Hi,
Hello, Thailand.
I was just there for my honeymoon in Phuket, and it was gorgeous. And everyone was awesome. You guys are fantastic.
Yeah, we want to meet all of you.
Yes, and please experience tranquility.
Yeah, please do that.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. What type of skin, like, what's your favorite skin in Overwatch?
I mean, besides the witch skin, I really like the Chinese New Year skin. I think that's really awesome.
It was, for me, the witch Mercy, until it became a tie between cultist Zenyatta and the dragon skin, almost like Deathwing style version of Symmetric.
Oh, yeah.
That one's amazing.
That one is so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my two favorite.
Yeah, I mean, cultist, well, just for Zenyatta, cultist, and then the Nutcracker is pretty cool too. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Hi, guys. Just
Hi.
wondering, so is there anything maybe that's like community made that you guys have seen that you guys like fan art, or maybe like a fan video that you guys may have seen that has like caught your attention and you're like, oh, that's cool.
There was a live action Mercy short. Did you guys see it? Is really like elaborate. It's really well done. The German in parts is a little iffy, but it's amazing, and it's her backstory, the way they imagine her backstory, and that was really blew me away. Yeah, that's really great. You guys should check it out.
I've seen, is it Sassy Zenyatta? I've seen that, and it makes me a little jealous, because he says things that, I wish I could, but, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like Zen is short for Zenjamin or something.
I mean, tremendous amount of incredible fan art out there.
There's just so much. It's fantastic.
And the talent is out of control. Yeah.
And not just drawings of characters, but recently we've seen fan-made level designs and stuff that look just incredible, of their own ideas that look like they come out of the game. But for me personally, I was recently made aware of an amazing animation someone did where it's McCree doing the entire Napoleon Dynamite dance.
Yes! Oh my god!
So great.
That was pretty fantastic.
All right, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
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 So I've been working at Starbucks for well over 3 years, and I've noticed that a lot of people have different personalities, and they tend to have a certain drink. Like older white men tend to drink black coffee.
Wow. Must be an older white man.
Once you go black.
I drink black coffee.
I hate to break the news to you. I'm so sorry. What do you personally feel that your characters would all order at Starbucks?
Do you have kombucha? Is that or chai tea? I guess probably. Yeah.
We do have a tea called the Peach Tranquility.
There you go. Yeah. One peach tranquility, please. One venti peach tranquility.
2 shots, 1 espresso, 1 whiskey.
I don't know if Mercy would go to Starbucks because it's not healthy enough.
Ah, come on, she's a white girl. She totally would.
Oh yeah, you want to come up here and say that to my face?
Absolutely.
Called your bluff twice.
Yeah, not backing down.
Something, fruity and healthy. What do you have that's healthy?
Well, we do have like a secret menu item that actually became so popular that that actually got added to the official menu, and it's called the medicine ball.
There you go. That's Mercy's drink, the medicine ball.
It's tea with steamed lemonade and honey. Do you think?
Yes,
that would...
perfect.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Secret menu.
Mercy will just stay there to help everybody with diabetes as they walk out. That's about right.
Hey, I have diabetes. That's not funny.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
So do a lot of members of my
So does
family.
my dad.
My grandmother.
Are you type
my
1?
grandmother had diabetes.
My dad too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, my grandmother had diabetes. So.
Hi. I was wondering, since some of you guys actually play the game, if you could kill off a character in the game, who would it be?
Oh.
Kill off?
Yeah, kill off.
Kill off?
No.
Zenyatta is all embracing. Would not wish the demise
Mercy
of
just wants
any.
to heal everybody.
Whoever that prick is in the limousine in the Hollywood level that keeps complaining, I'm gonna say it to my face.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And guys, that was it. Thank you so much for answering everyone's questions and coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Whoa, that was a lot of fun. If you guys like that video, we got more great stuff for you by clicking right over here. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking here and give a thumbs up and a comment below. Florida SuperCon will be back at the Greater Fort Lauderdale Convention Center July 12th through the 15th. And if you guys want to get tickets, all you got to do is click here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.